I am joined with Daniel. Thank you very much for joining me, man. You're going to be fighting on Bellator 200 in London Town. How did the Bellator deal come? Because obviously you've done ACB, you've done BAMA, you've got yourself around a bit, you've been kicking ass, taking names. Mm-hmm. Did Bellator just call up and say, we got to have you? What happened?
Pretty much straight after my last fight, the offer was there, and we sat around, see what was there.
Yeah.
But obviously, Bellator was the place to be.
And is it a multi-fight deal, is it now? So you're there with offers for like XYZ fights and that you stuck in with them, yeah?
Yeah, that's 4 fights, yeah.
Oh, nice. So this fight you've got coming up, you got Pedro Carvalho. He's a guy with... It's the brand. I call it a brand now. Street Blast Gym in Dublin. You know, the kind of, because Conor McGregor's there. But the thing is, I call it more of a brand. If the name's there, people kind of raise their eyebrows because they think, oh well, that's where one person came from. That was great. If I'm honest, I don't know why people should, because it's just a name of a gym. It doesn't necessarily mean that every fighter in the gym is fantastic and overwhelming.
You read my mind. Who else is winning titles in that gym? Who else is winning big fights in that gym? No one else. Literally, no one else is winning big fights in that gym.
And so when you got the call with the fight, you didn't really... Were you fussed about who you got? Were you wanting to get a particular name? Because obviously with Bellator, they've got a lot of great fighters, obviously, on their roster. Did it bother you who you got, or did you just want a name and that was it?
No, I had 3 names given to me.
Ooh.
One was Azzy Thomas, but he got offered on ACB, and then he got popped for steroids.
It was probably probably like Chad Mendes with the moisturizer. It's that same moisture. It happens. Brock Lesnar had it as well. Yeah. It goes round. It goes round.
Yeah, he caught it off something.
Yeah.
And then one was John McApar. He fights at Novo União.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He was like 3. I don't know. They just gave me that name, but that didn't happen. And I'm not saying like he ducked me or anything. Maybe it didn't work out for him, but yeah. And then obviously Pedro.
At least you got one of the 3. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
Yeah, I suppose if you had said, for example, as he had agreed and then he got popped, it fell through you, then having to find an opponent.
I'd fight him on steroids because
don't matter.
He's whack, so it's like he's whack.
It doesn't. I always tell people though, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're a good fighter though. If you're on it, that's one thing about anabolic steroids. I try to describe it to people. Say it's more of an aid for recovery. More than a performance on how you actually... It doesn't make you punch. It doesn't... it's not like you inject it in your arm and suddenly you can throw left hooks better. It's more for the guys who use it. They use it because obviously they'll try to push themselves more. They'll get more, and they want it for the recovery. But even still, if you want to do that, go to Risen. It's all good. Okay, Risen is the new Pride. You can get. You want to be jacked off the gills? I don't mind. Just go to Risen, because we all know it's all good. And it's all like let's look at Pride. Like you must have loved watching Pride as well yourself.
Yeah.
We don't care that they were jacked to the gills, because they were 2 guys jacked to the gills on Hulk DNA. They're just sucking on Hulk's blood, and that's what it was. That's what we knew what we were getting, man. And that's fine. But then, like you say, in the UK scene, we don't have like a USADA, but it's a close. I've competed against a guy who was jacked to the gills, but it's going to happen. Yourself, you probably went against guys who were.
I probably have
not as natural as they could have been. Oh, fuck!
Oh,
what's going on here?
It's not a bad sight though, is
my
it?
cheeky Skype. There we go. Sorry about that, buddy. I don't know what happened there. My Skype just shut off. Weird. Yep, carry on. So you were saying about the guys jacked up. You probably maybe fought someone in your past yourself.
Yeah, I probably have, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I think all the Russians are probably on it. certain gyms in the UK are on it. I'm not gonna
blast them out, but yeah.
I'm not gonna say names, but you know.
In Russia, though, I would expect them to probably just be, I don't know, alcoholics, because it's grim up there, man. Like, you know, you don't, like, if you notice when you see the social media on Russian fighters, no one smiles in the pictures, man. They don't smile. They're just like, I'm like, what's up with that? You know, come on,
Soviet
guys.
Union way.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you smile, you'll die. Okay. So, fight coming up, Bellator. It's number 200, which I think that's quite a synonymous kind of thing with a promotion to get to 200 and the little numbers on there. They've got some big fights on the card. Obviously, you've got to be going on there to debut yourself. Let's talk about your fight camp then. Have you done anything particular now that you've signed with Bellator? Have you done anything have you went anywhere? Have you went abroad? Have you done anything particular for this?
Stayed at home.
Copy paste, winning success.
I've been abroad, so it's like I don't really find anything special of it. I just think you just get more of a group of guys that want it. They want to be somewhere, so they train hard. But you can find that anywhere. It's a bit less in the UK because there's no like a hub. There's no gym hub where you're just like, oh yeah, we'll go to that gym. Like in America, you'd be like, oh, I'm going ATT, I'll go Alpha Male. But you know, I got some guys that show up every day. They get better alongside with me. So
yeah, I was going to say sometimes it can be weight classes as well. That some gyms have like a little cluster of good guys at maybe 125, 135, 145, and then some other gyms have like the bigger weight classes of like 185, 205ers, and it's sometimes just finding that balance, isn't it, of getting the right mix for your gym, because last thing you want to do is you want to be rolling and sparring with guys who are, you know, the bigger weight classes, because you're not getting that same reaction time. Like a middleweight's not going to be as fast as you.
no, definitely not. But there's nothing wrong with rolling with a middleweight
No.
Or wrestling with a middleweight. I wrestle welterweights and middleweights and flyweights. So it's all different bodies and they bring different things to it.
So talk us through then what your kind of training is, because a lot of guys, they'll do, for example, they'll do strength and conditioning in the morning, then they'll do like a certain class. Do you like to train, like, do you listen to your body, or do you have like a set regimen and it doesn't matter how horrible you feel, you just grind through it?
I listen to my body all the time. I don't. 2-a-days are overrated. You know, I like to think of myself like a V1. I don't know much about cars. Maybe like a V8 engine or something like that. You know, you can't drive 30 miles a day with it. So
Yeah.
I'm more of a high quality performance kind of guy.
Nice, okay. Well, I'm going to get you on Top Gear as one of the next guys.
I'll do the racing part, but I won't do anything else.
Yeah, you just do the fastest lap, and yeah, just do the lap. Yeah, that's all you need to do. So, look, obviously, you huge prospect. There was rumours of you going to the big promotions. I heard a rumbling from someone who said they bumped into you, and she made a boo-boo, which went, oh, yeah, I think he's going to the UFC. And I was like, all right. He went, yeah, he mentioned it to me. I was like, all right, okay. I think she got mixed up and got a bit flustered because she said, oh, to an event in London. And she went, oh, because UFC's going to London. I was like, yeah, they are. And then Bellator said they were going, and it came out. But did you get interest, obviously, from ACB again? Was Bellator the guys who just grabbed you straight away? Because you fought on there before, and you did what you had to do there. Was that just a one-off thing anyway?
There was interest. Actually, they wanted to sign me after my ACB fight, but I was talking shit to that guy on Instagram, so they didn't want me. They were a bit hesitant in signing me, as they say, more fight and less talk. But I don't really care anyways. It all worked out in the end. They did offer me a fight after my Bama fight, but it was just it was like a month after my fight, so I like rush anything. Yeah. And Bellator obviously came to the table, wait for the offer, and it was just there. Like, it's just, I had offers elsewhere, but nothing quite like what Bellator offered.
Did you basically just see Bellator and thought, I want to be one of them bobbleheads?
Yeah,
a Daniel Crawford bobblehead.
They have.
Yeah. In the future, first 5,000 people get a bobblehead of you. That'd be.
There'll
They
just be
are.
a bunch of teeth and ears.
Hey, I love that. There's a Dan Henderson one going around online. It's so I know sadly it's the punch that he landed on Bisping, but I'm tempted to buy it, man. It's a beautiful one. Yeah. So Bellator, they got a. I think the strongest divisions for Bellator are like your 135, 145, 155, and now their 170 is getting even deeper, which is sick. And does that excite you then? The guys that are in the one that are in Bellator for you, the opportunity of fights. Is there any guys out there in the future now that you've got yourself signed up that you're wanting to maybe look at to get in there and go, man, that's a guy I want to test myself with? Because that must be now your goal. Because you've proven yourself as a top prospect. You know, you've as one of the like your top guy, one of the top guys in the UK. You've proven yourself on the big shows in the regional scenes, ACB, etc. There must be now kind of guys that you think, like, how good am I? Like, give me that guy. I'm going to put that guy to sleep, kind of thing.
Yeah. One moment.
Yeah, cool.
I'm sorry.
Living in house with your parents, things happen. But
Come on, Mom.
Yeah. I've looked at everyone. I've watched everyone. Whoever they put in front of me, I've seen them before. So I looked at all the top guys. So I studied everyone mostly everyone in a division. So no, it's all there. I think it's just there for the taking. Stylistically, I don't think there's no one quite like me. I'm fast, explosive, and I bring the knockouts. So I don't think there is anyone like me right there in the division right now.
That is one of the added bonuses that you have is in your arsenal is that kind of knockout power, and I think that's kind of what brings a lot of people to you is in the entertainment factor. The fact that when they see you fight, there's a higher probability that that someone's going to sleep. Is that something that you maybe think then that fighters are going to? I'm not going to say duck you. I'm not going to use that word, but they're going to maybe take a fight with someone else because that could be a factor. Because that is with the lower weight classes, kind of like say 45 down. The statistics show the knockout probabilities go down, but the thing is, you kind of make that a bit different. You kind of bring that up a little bit. Is that something you think about?
I mean, I think everyone knows the risks. Like I said, I was quite surprised that Pedro and his team took a fight against me. Maybe the paycheck was good enough. The opportunity was good enough. But at the end of the day, that's my aim. Just to entertain the fans and put their lights out.
I tell you what, you don't get paid by the hour, do you? There, so, no, there's no overtime, is there? So you might as well get in there.
Everyone that fights is like, oh, thank God that's over. I've won, so it's no point staying in there for 3 rounds, even though it is fun sometimes.
So let's say you get the fight announcement. Are you one of those guys who trains about all year round at a good intensity so that you could have a short fight camp, or do you kind of like just take your foot off the pedal, do a lot of development, and then when the fight gets made, you switch on for say 6, 8, whatever weeks it is?
That's it. Except my training camp's 12 weeks.
Oh, there you go, 12. Okay.
I just switch off and I work on things that I've not worked on before. All year round. So I'm just adding things bit by bit each time.
Because, like you said, your body's a car, and you don't want to rev the engine too hard all the time, because that's when that's when the injuries crack on. That's when your body just gradually breaks down, and you're not giving yourself that little break. So after, say for example, you go in, you get that finish that you're looking for. After this fight, are you looking to just have a little holiday? What does Daniel do when he's had a fight and a win?
I am going on holiday. In fact, after my fight, I'm going to Bali for a month. So
a month? Dang, that's not bad, is it?
No, it's not too bad. I know there's an MMA gym near there, so I might pop in every now and then.
There is. My friend went. One of my training partners. He was in Bali with his missus, and he went over to the gym and trained.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of ONE FC fighters and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's the one we're going to.
Tiffany Van Suisse. Is it Suisse Van Suisse? the kickboxer. She's a
Oh,
as well.
okay.
Yeah. He went out. So he didn't spar with her, did you? He went nah. Even though he's quite a big guy, I wouldn't have bothered just in case. She probably would have just took you down.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a lot of what I've seen.
Definitely worth popping in there then.
Yeah, he said it was a really good gym. You know,
Yeah, I think we're 10 minutes away from it where we're staying, so.
he's 6'3", and I went, you probably were a bit taller than them, weren't you? He went, a little bit, yeah, a little bit. But yeah, man, yeah, that's. He said it's a good gym, great place to go to, and obviously the weather wasn't too bad either. It's a nice little place, Barley.
Exactly.
Is that what you like then? Is it when you've had your fight, you just switch off, so to speak? I'm not saying you completely switch off, but you like to just. That's my reward is this after the fight.
Yeah, I prefer it to be that way. After a fight, I think I think most fighters get like a post-fight depression. Like I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but it's like such a big high. And then the next day you just wake up in bed, you're just watching TV, like you're just like, what just happened? Like
Yeah, it
everything's
is.
just like you build it up to one moment, and the next day you're just in bed eating a croissant, watching TV. So it's like so. It's good to get out ASAP and enjoy life. So just getting that same mundane routine back to boring life.
Yeah,
And getting the paycheck to actually have some fun. So
yeah. Well, people don't know what it's like, but the UK regional scene, so to speak, the paychecks ain't big. You know, they're you don't do it for the money at the start. I tell everyone that. I said, trust me, you're not. I found out the hard way as well. I said, it's not a lot in the fight game, but I know what I mean by the post fight kind of blues. It's weird because especially at the end of the fight camp, and you're doing the pad work and you're doing that same pad work, and you're like, damn, if I do this combination one more time, I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna quit. I'm going out. I'm going home. I'm sick of doing this bloody check hook combination,
yeah.
and then. As soon as you finish doing it, you go, damn, I kind of miss doing that, man. It's so weird, isn't it?
On the note of the paychecks, I've actually fought for free a couple of times.
I did on my debut. They just paid for my hotel because I had to travel myself to where I had to go to, and they paid for my hotel. And I was like, yeah, I'll fight for. I don't care. I just want to get my name on a bit of paper. Put me in there.
But yeah, as far as training goes, I don't really strike too much, surprisingly, as you might say.
It's natural.
I spar once a week, and the rest is wrestling and jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I don't strike that much. In all honesty, I think striking training is one of the most boring kind of training that there actually is, because I know a right hand, I know a left hook, like I know probably every combination ever. Will I use it or not? It's a different story, but it's very boring. Just hit the bag, you hit pads.
It's tiresome. It's tiresome. I love jiu-jitsu. I love wrestling. Is brutal. The jiu-jitsu is the one that I've just found it so much more fun.
Yeah, it is more fun.
Yeah.
I find wrestling and jiu-jitsu fun. I just find. Like Dutch drills, I just find them so boring and unrealistic. I don't like them at all.
They're quite static.
Yeah, and
there's not really an opponent, so to speak. I tell people, I think pads don't punch back.
No.
So have you tried have you seen on Team Alpha Male? I remember them seeing it ages ago, like those swimming tubes that they use. Have you seen that one? Have you seen the video? They're like swimming. Do you know the
noodles
tube bands? Yeah, but they use them for pad work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they can't. So then, if obviously they want to hit you, just a bit of foam, but it's still teaching you to move. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen. It's a good one to try. I've not tried it myself, but I need to go to like a swim bath and nick some kids and just cut it in half and then just do the training.
Nothing's better than sparring, though.
Sparring though. You say once a week. Do you spar heavy? Or is your gym based on a intense but controlled?
It's controlled. I mean, I can't hit my friends hard, anyways. So if I hit him a good shot, we might smile, like, little bit banter or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, like take that, or not exactly like that, but
Yeah.
pretty much controlled and just getting your reactions and stuff like that. So it's not like it's not like I'm like grunting every time I'm throwing a punch. It's just like, you know, play. It's play.
Yeah, play and just try new things. You know, just
Yeah,
yeah, just seeing if a random combination works, or maybe a setup for a takedown might work if
yeah,
doing little things. Yeah, yeah. It's because obviously there's that video that went out of Darren Till doing a sparring. I don't know if you
yeah.
saw it yourself. I'm sure you might have. It popped up on a couple of MMA sites where he obviously was sparring with his partner. Now I know they spar hard. I've been down. I've been at that gym, and I know they spar hard. And that's just the way they spar. But I just was curious about how if your training was anything like that, or is that something that's not really your gym's into, so to speak? That's not something you would
No,
ever want to be into.
no, not really. I mean, I used to be like that when I was younger, obviously because I'm
Yeah,
young.
yeah.
But
There's no control. It's either 0 or 100.
yeah,
When you, yeah, there's no
but
maturity. It's like,
yeah,
"Mah!"
I know I'm a savage when I get in there, so I don't really need to do it every week. So I know I can turn that on button.
Yeah.
So just get my reactions, really.
Do you go out to other gyms to get like different sparring partners, for example, or do you get guys coming in just for someone different? Because obviously, when you get used to training with your same, say you've got like a set of, let's say a core set of guys that you always train with, you start to kind of get each other a little
Yeah.
bit. Do you get like random new faces in just to have, like, say, a bit of
Every now and then, there's always new people joining
yeah,
the gym. Um,
yeah,
but it's kind of good sometimes if they know your style, because then you have to s- figure out something different sometimes.
no, it's good. Yeah, I was going to say because it gives you like a new perspective. Yeah, if
Yeah,
you've got like one southpaw at the gym and suddenly you get a couple more. It's always
yeah,
nice to have something there because we've got a couple of guys that do southpaw, but then they went off to Thailand and you're like, oh man. And then when they
yeah,
came back, timing's off, everything's off. You forget how to punch a southpaw and they just whoop your butt, and it's just like, yeah,
yeah.
they get back to that again.
Like one week I might take down my teammates, and then the next
Yeah,
week I might not be able to. So I got to be like, okay, he
yeah.
knows I do that, so I got to figure out another combination into takedown or different kind of takedown. So
So, do you and your training partners then afterwards, do you, or even your coaches, do you talk and break down stuff that you've done, stuff that was working well? Do you do anything like that about like what you're doing in your development?
not really, no, just spar. Um, maybe talk about it between ourselves after. I might have like banter between each other,
Yeah,
but like nothing like too technical. Like, oh, did this, did that.
diagrams on the wall.
No, nothing. If you
No,
want to be a good fighter, you have to critique yourself, anyways.
yeah.
So.
And so I suppose, do you do that yourself? Do you go back and watch footage of fights, do you, and go, ah, man, that was awful, or that was good, and maybe I could put that with this? Is that something you do yourself then?
I used to, but I don't really do it as much anymore because it just manifests in your head. Or if you just think about the bad things all the time, it can eat you away
Yeah.
sometimes. So in a fight, it's literally you work all these months for 15 minutes, so it can't always be perfect. So you just
No.
got when you win, you win. So you just
Yeah.
got to be like that.
Yeah, I always say to people, there's no such thing as a perfect fight. Like, there's no way you'll ever have that perfect ideal fight where every combination was right, the timings on the takedowns were perfect, or the application of the submission was how
Yeah,
it's you drill, but there's too many outside variables that your opponent brings that you just, like you say, you just get that win. That's the key.
yeah,
Focus on those positives. Okay, that works. I'll keep them. What didn't work? All right, we'll get rid of
yeah,
that. You know, but obviously your body type. I suppose your body type variable. For example, someone in your weight class could be 5 inches shorter. Their style completely changes. Their reach is shorter, and that's something that you've got to. I suppose you've been adapting yourself over your fights to get your body type and your style to where it is really now.
yeah. So I know that when I start throwing my hands, it's very hard to stop. It's very fast. And I know that I got good reactions.
Daniel, have you got your hand over the microphone?
Have I now?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Did you catch it though?
You said when I want to use my hands, and then it's just like my ex-girlfriend's muffled. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like when I start throwing my hands, because I'm very fast, it's hard to stop. So I'm just been playing on that. And like when I watch myself fight, I'm like, not many people as fast as me. Like when I actually see myself, so I just took more knowledge from that.
Yeah, yeah. And speed is a huge advantage. The great example is Vitor Belfort. You know, when he just used that blitz, that kind of when he was younger, where he just charged at opponents and used that incredible blitz to put people away. Yeah. It was just people just could not keep up with that pace. Their reaction time wasn't there. And I suppose Amir Khan, as a boxer, one of the things his skill set, his kind of number one thing was his speed. Yeah, you know, that was what he used to beat his opponents, you know, majority of the time, and that's your skill set. So when you fight Pedro at London, speed's going to be a factor for you, but also your all-round skill set is something that you're happy to apply. But if you can put those hands on him, that's pretty much the number one goal. Put him to sleep and get that little highlight reel over the weekend.
Exactly. I'm actually ready for. It's an overused phrase where I'm ready to go anywhere, but not many people are ready to go anywhere, but I really am. So, and I showed that in my last fight. You know, obviously I always want the knockout, but I had to get a takedown, slow him down a bit, and then knock him out. So
it works. That's a tactic, though. That's the thing. People, it's not one way wins every time. Little tactic like that, it's the same finish. It's just a different method to get there.
I got a lot of the stuff that you can't really teach as well, like, you know, making adjustments inside the fight, feeling when someone's a bit tired, or when they take one wrong step, or they feel relaxed for that split second. Like I'll read you like a book when I'm in there with you.
Yeah, the fight IQ's there.
Yeah,
you've probably seen it yourself when you just watch MMA in general. Some fighters have got pretty bad fight IQ. You just sit there and think, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Have you got a lot of friends and family coming for this fight? I imagine it's quite a big event that you're going to be going on. I imagine quite a few people are coming there to watch you.
Just about normal, maybe about 40 people, 40, hopefully 50, but we'll see. But I assume around 40.
No, nice. It's good to have support, isn't it? I suppose, you know, and it's nice to have family and friends there to watch you carry on and succeed as you are. And before I let you go, buddy, I know you've got rest time, family time, all that good stuff. Give us your social media so everyone can jump online and follow you and follow one of the top prospects in the UK. Take on some of the bigger names in the big organisations now.
At Daniel_Crawford 1505 and just Daniel Crawford on Facebook. Those are the main ones I really use. So yeah, you can find me there.
Jump on social media and give them a follow, ladies and gentlemen. I got any sponsors there that help you out, because they are always valuable in MMA. First
of all, shout out to my gyms. You know,
I was going to say them after, but you can do them first if you want. Go ahead.
Those are the number one. Aeon Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Revolutions Martial Arts, United Martial Arts, or Umar Training. I get confused what they want from me, what they're naming their gym, but that's the CrossFit gym, Pearly CrossFit. Also, my sponsors RDX and Sub is Mission, and I think that's about it for now.
Jump on social media for the gyms, people. If you want to get fit, you want to try something new, you don't have to compete in MMA, but you can always learn it and study it and try it out. So, and you get a chance to train with Daniel, so that's not a bad thing. So, jump down there, people, and get training. It's always encouraging. And hey, look, have a great fight, have a great time at Bellator. Enjoy that experience, man. It's going to be awesome. I'll be tuning in. I'll be in Liverpool, because I'll be at another promotion the next day. So I'll be watching that fight card from Liverpool on Saturday evening. Sorry. So again, have a great fight, man, and thanks very much for your time.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.